Declan, do you like the Foo Fighters?
No.
So, are you just going to ask me questions and I can answer it and then we'll go from there? And you can edit out anything that makes me look stupid? Or if I say something really messed up that needs to be gone?
Yeah. Let's talk about how much we hate Scott, guys.
This is my sickle.
I want
How
to
you doing, people?
wake up, feel fine, grab my baggies off the clothesline. I want to wake up, restore, thinking back on the night before. I said yeah, then I did it. Having not a
feels like
second
a rape
thought.
dungeon in here.
I know exactly what he tastes like.
I said yeah, then I did it. La 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 la.
This is my Colleen.
No. You cannot buy the beer. Beer! Close your eyes. No. I always blame the beer.
Okay, here's the show.
Happy holidays.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
You gotta start. I'll be back.
I come from land down under.
All right, guys, we're up. Episode 82 of Adjust the Mic. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Eve is tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
We fucking made it.
Yeah, man. Well, let's slow down. We still have to drive home, and things are going down.
That's a good point.
To my right, the hostess with the most, Mr. Scott.
Hello, Governor.
There he is. Starting the episode out like always with no Scott.
Yep.
To my left is the craft beer queen, Colleen.
How are you now?
Howdy.
Down
Yonder is Viking Metal Chris.
That's good.
Hit it, Colleen.
I'm not good at that.
Hey.
That was good. That was some good, corpse growl right
You
there.
like that? Hammer smash face.
Charlie's here too.
Yeah, here I am. Here I am.
How's it going, Charlie?
Good, man. Good. It's really good, man. I'm ready to. I'm on vacation now.
Yeah, how many days?
It's 11.
That's a long time.
It's the first time I've taken time off that didn't have to do with the coronavirus, my kids, or I'm just taking some time off this year.
And what are you gonna do with your time?
Not a lot. Just get a bunch of shit done. No, I'm just gonna hang out with the people I want to hang out with and get stuff done, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
No leaving town or anything like that.
So you're taking a staycation is what the kids call it.
Yeah. Staycation. Yeah. I like doing that, man. I don't like going too far, especially this year.
Yeah.
So
it's way more relaxing.
Yeah, it is. Plus, you always got shit that you need to get done, so
yeah.
I'll partake in that. And that's it, man. I'm ready for Christmas. Are we done shopping?
Done. No. I got to get 2 things for my youngest nephews, and then I'm like done.
Nice. Colleen?
Yeah, I think pretty much. We just have to get some stocking stuffers, so I think I'm going to go to Dollar Tree tomorrow and pretend I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, because Target is functionally sold out of anything that can be used as a stocking stuffer.
I went last night and all they had was a fucking Dove chocolate.
Yeah.
What kid wants Dove chocolate?
None. And they were even sold out of the little candy cane hollowed out things with the M&Ms and stuff.
We went
to
the Port Orange Target because they had this ride along Elsa thing for Quinn.
Yeah.
It was the only one that had it.
I don't miss
And I was not trying to go to Orlando because screw that. Port Orange and Daytona, it's not that far away.
Yeah.
And that store, we walked in, there's not that many people there. Every register's open, no waiting.
Damn.
All the stuff we needed was there. I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic.
That's Port Orange?
Yeah.
That's north of Mims, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so nice.
I went to Target last night and I had to pick up I filled the stocking. You do a test run, you fill the stocking, and it just wasn't full enough.
Yeah.
So I had to run and get a couple more things. And you can see, I made a point to when I'm walking everywhere, walking down the aisles, looking at people, and you see the absolute stress and anxiety in people's faces. It's hard, man. They shouldn't make Christmas like that.
Dude, you shouldn't wait till the fucking last minute. It's what you shouldn't be doing.
It's so many dudes by themselves wandering up and down the fucking beauty supply area and all around the picture frames, and it's like,
guys,
man,
hold like a bottle of Noxema. I hope she'll like this.
Yeah. Like a $4 bath bomb. This is it. It's just
It's
Come on,
like,
man, tighten up.
It's
Yeah.
really hard for us because we have Quinn's birthday, then Keegan's birthday, and then Christmas. And between like figuring out which presents for Christmas, which presents
Yeah.
for birthdays, trying to keep them separate so they feel special. And it was like, we did some more shopping last night with the kids right there because they have no idea. They're
Yeah.
on their tablets, not paying any attention to the fact that I'm putting in like Hot Wheels, Elsa, whatever
Yeah.
in the cart. And so, but I feel really good now. Like
Good.
everything's, the big stuff's taken care of.
Swinging on over to Scott. Welcome. What are you done with Christmas shopping? Is it a wrap?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
It's done.
It's pretty much done.
Good.
I did a lunch break today, kind of
It's terrifying out there.
little
Right
power
now.
hour, you know.
It's terrifying.
It is.
It's terrifying.
It is.
We were talking about
like a
seeing
lot of
the stress on
shelves
people's faces.
are empty.
They're empty. Yeah, I
Like
know.
Target, there's a lot of stuff empty at
Well,
Target.
we just talked about that.
Yep. If you'd have been here when
if
we
I was
started the
here,
podcast,
maybe I would have known,
been
right?
able to throw in on that.
I was thinking about it. It's because Titusville, literally, there's just Target and Walmart to get that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when I go to Port Orange, there's like, they have lots of options. There was everything still there.
Have you guys been in the Titusville Walmart in the last 3 or 4 months?
No. Oh,
yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Since COVID started,
Mhm.
I was picking up my groceries outside there a couple times.
Sure.
I think it was the previous foot issue. When I found this out, we were talking about it on the podcast, is you could order online, just go pick it up. So I would go there with my dad a couple times and went inside. And it's all different in there. I haven't been in there since March
Yeah.
and go in there a few months that they changed it all for COVID.
Sure.
I refuse to go into that store. There's so many self-checkout aisles. There's never enough checkout people.
Mhm.
I hate those checkout things. Like they always error code and you got to have someone come over there.
I never have.
I never have an issue.
I suck at it then because the
Yeah,
one at
it's
Winn-Dixie, I just hate those things.
Why?
I was
I go to
doing this for
Target.
15 years.
I go to
though.
Target. I'd rather go to Target.
And diva, bougie. You're
Walmart,
bougie.
the parking lot sucks.
The
At
parking lot does
Walmart.
suck.
Getting in and out
Dude,
is a problem.
People are just fucking
The
like, just
worst.
ghetto
Yeah.
all over the place. They're not paying attention.
Whoa. Hold on, man.
As a weekly shopper
I'm
at Walmart,
serious.
I feel
Drive
attacked right
through
now.
there. I'm not like.
This isn't.
Don't put weird things on my words that don't
Nobody-
mean what
nobody
you're trying
can-
to say they mean.
Nobody can argue that parking lot is the worst.
The parking lot's
Gangster, dude.
parking lot's a
It's
problem.
crazy.
Well, you know why? They made those parking spaces 1 foot thinner
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fit more parking spaces. So it's
Exactly.
6 inches
Yeah.
on either side.
I'll park back by the liquor store.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Walk my
I said,
ass up.
fuck it. Just park it all the way in the
Yeah,
back.
you got
And
a
I'm
truck, you
old
got
and fat,
to.
and I can't walk a
Oh.
lot now, so I don't go there.
Yeah, that's what I always do. I park way in the back. man.
Yeah, because I have to have it like an empty space next to my truck because
Yeah.
you get in through the side.
Okay.
And the way that the doors are at Walmart, if someone's parked next to you, it's impossible. So
not
I just
happening.
Yeah.
park all the way in the back.
I like their liquor store though.
But
You
don't
gotta
get
go
me
liquor
wrong. I love Target.
store. Target.
Target's
Target
We all-
is awesome, but
they just
listen,
handle
man,
their business there.
sometimes you just want to go to Walmart and just
I used to love Walmart. Like it's cheaper.
Feel a little
You
bit better
save
about
money. When
yourself.
you go to Walmart, you save money compared to going to Target.
Well,
and Walmart,
Walmart
That
has
is
more
true.
toys, too.
you know,
I'll get down on Aldi's before all of them.
Aldi's is fantastic.
Yeah,
Aldi's
but I
awesome.
can't get everything I need at Aldi's though. You can
Yeah.
get almost everything, but you still got to
and they
make
got
a supplemental
one
trip
aisle of
somewhere.
just Walmart.
Yeah.
That's their stuff
They got
aisle.
like we need just one aisle of some bullshit.
It's like food and stuff from what is it? Parks and Rec.
Parks and-
That's,
yeah,
that's their
yeah.
stuff aisle.
Yeah.
They have a couple items every once in a while. We were like, ooh, maybe.
Like the slippers or
So listen, I think we should kind of transition into these gifts that we all got each other. Some we cannot talk about and will not talk about.
Oh, they're stupid,
this
Yeah.
is lame.
lame.
But I gotta give a shout out to Scott for the bathrobes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Those are not bathrobes. Those are leisure robes.
Yes.
They're leisure robes.
Because a bathrobe is made of a towel kind of material. That is
Okay.
for chilling
That
and,
is
and grilling.
comfort.
That is like, you don't want to wear, like, you want your balls to hang a little bit. You might want to sit out here. I got you a little cigar you can put in the little
Yeah, you
pocket
got a
there.
cigar.
So
Yeah.
you can sit down and you can get a little smoke on your, on your thing there. Like,
I can
I
st-
wanted to get Colleen one too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. They didn't have one.
I can
Dude,
sit
was
there-
trying. I was going to order one online. I didn't know I didn't know.
So I can sit in my what is it?
Leisure
Your
robe.
leisure
In my
robe,
leisure
yes.
robe, smoke my cigar,
Yep.
and admire Colleen's amazing prison mic.
Unbelievable.
It's so great.
It's pretty awesome.
like you killed it with your cross stitches. I mean, they're fantastic.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
So she made for me and Stella, she two like an adult astronaut and then a child astronaut holding balloons that are all the planets.
Yeah.
and it's fucking amazing.
It is like
That's going in the office.
Thank you.
It's so great.
Like, how cool is that? Seriously,
Well, I got prison mic,
that is
so
amazing. You did.
But that prison mic's awesome.
so
They're all awesome though. You nailed it with all of them.
Yeah,
And-
Charlie
and-
got prison Mike and Scott got Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers,
Yeah.
man. And the perfect quote. It's
Yeah.
like a neighborhood quote, you know. It's
Up
perfect.
there in prominence. That's great.
It's
Yeah.
perfect too. I mean, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Did
Yeah.
you already put stocking stuffers in the stockings?
There's some of them in there. Yeah.
What are you doing, man? You're not supposed to do that.
That's
You gotta
what
wait.
Santa
That's what
does.
Santa does.
I do what I want. I do what I want.
when the fuck did Santa come here?
This was the first year actually that I've done it early. I think it's because like my daughter knows. Now. She knows the truth.
Silas now?
Silas doesn't pay attention.
Really?
You're
He has
lying.
he has no idea that they're up there right now.
Oh man.
He's been at his
Wow.
mom's the last couple of days, and he's going to be over there tomorrow for a little while.
Yeah.
So he don't even see that.
You had no respect for tradition.
I don't.
I know.
Allie's
So
hiding.
disappointed in
Allie's
you.
hiding Stevie now.
Oh, the elf?
No,
Yeah.
Ava's doing that too.
She's
Oh.
doing it for me.
Yeah, Ava's
It's
doing
fantastic. It's so
it
much
too. Like,
easier.
like 2 weeks ago.
You know how often I have to forget and it'd be in the same place.
Nah, I don't usually forget. It's just
I
a
did.
pain in the ass. Ava,
I
two,
did.
two weeks ago, Ava comes up to me. She's like, "I know the elves aren't real." Like out of nowhere. we weren't talking about anything. She was watching a video on her phone and just walked up to me.
That's
I was
so
sitting
good.
there. I was watching like Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives or some shit, or Guys Grocery Game. Sorry. And she just walked up. She's like,
Welcome to Flavortown.
"I know the elves aren't real." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" She's like, "I know." And I'm like, "Well, do you want to hide them?" Like, I didn't even try to. I didn't even try to
like act like it was common.
I didn't even be like, "But yes, they are." I was just like, "Okay, well," she's like, "Oh," and she went and got a piece of paper and started writing down what she's gonna do and where she's gonna hide them.
Fantastic.
That's great.
And I was like,
You know how much of a relief
Cold.
that was, though?
"Yeah, it's pretty awesome."
Because there's a lot of
now, if I
pressure
can
to
just
keep-
crush my
like,
son's
to-
dreams,
to keep a lie alive, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of stress. This is a common,
Yeah.
any situation.
it's a lot.
So when you finally tell the truth, it releases a little bit of
Truth shall
tension.
set you free.
And what did it do? It created less for me to have to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because she went, I want to do that. I'm like, okay.
And Charlie, you know Ava's going to be so creative with
And
this.
she has been.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's going to be great.
she has been. She's
So
done. She's
we
been.
can't let our younger kids hear this episode.
No.
In the car while we're driving.
So
Yeah.
I've been doing really good. So we named the elf Buddy, moved in on Black Friday.
okay.
Because I told Stella part of it. It's he moves in on Black Friday and then on Christmas Eve he's gone.
That's what we do.
He goes back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the North Pole.
Same thing.
So, man, I did so good this entire season, hiding him, putting him in creative places and stuff. I forgot this morning.
Oh,
Woke
did
up
you?
this morning and Stella's like, "Daddy, Buddy didn't move last night."
What did I do wrong?
and I'm
Am I
like,
in trouble?
Oh shit! So I'm like, think, dude, think. I'm like, I got it. So, all right, Stella. So you get 2 Christmases, right? Because you get a Christmas at my house and a
Yeah.
Christmas at Mommy's house. Making today Christmas Eve morning for you because you have Christmas morning at Mommy's house tomorrow. Therefore, Buddy's job is done.
Man.
You already fucking confused me.
You're a good liar.
Like,
I
you
believe
already
you. I
threw-
believe you.
Dude,
I'm off the track now.
man.
Like,
so it
That's
was
like some
now,
extra level parent
yeah,
code
it's
shit.
like, so Buddy's Christmas magic is all gone. That's why he didn't move. So now you can touch Buddy, and we're going to put him back in his safe box.
Wow.
And we're going to mail him back to Santa.
That's amazing.
Man, but I was freaking out because it was like, you could see the worry in her eyes.
Yeah.
And it was, what am I going to do? To come up with
That's so
something.
awesome.
so it was a really, really hot July morning. And I was in this is like 6 years ago. And I was in my closet getting something for Ava, like construction paper or something. And then she looks, she goes, "Psst, Dad." And she points up, and one of the elves are right there. Like, I didn't put them all the way in the box. And I'm like, "Quick, get out, run, go, go, go." And she runs, panic, runs out of the closet, out of the bedroom, into the kitchen. And I'm like, "Hold on, let me see what's going on." And I go back in there, and I take the fucking elf, throw that motherfucker in the box. And I go, "Hey, he's gone." She comes around, she's like, "Oh my God." I was like, "He was checking on you." She's like, "I knew it. I knew they were real." And I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought that quick because I'm dumb. And I was like, I know. I was like, it's crazy. I'll be right back. I walked outside, just put my hands on my knees. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I couldn't believe I came up with that. But it went for like 2 years. She's like, I know they check on us because that one time
Yeah.
we found them
Wow.
checking up on us.
Wow.
It's the crazy
But-
thing that they latch onto. That's their definitive proof, right?
Yeah.
Like for Stella, she believes Santa Claus is real because the one year that we did every year we used to put a cookie out and a glass of eggnog,
Yep.
and we take the bite every year. Well, last year was the year that she really was with it enough that she was like, "Daddy, Santa Claus was here because look at this cookie. It's got a big old bite out of it."
It's so great.
I'm like,
man.
wow, he must have really been here. And then from then on, every time we bring up Santa, it's like, I know Santa's real because he eats the cookies
Eats the
and drinks
cookie.
the eggnog.
Yeah.
I felt a little bad at that moment because I was like, you know how there's cookies that are eaten every morning when you guys wake up, and it's always been Santa Claus. That's us. We're eating that shit. Like we're eating. Allie just looked at me, and you could just see like she was like, "How was I so stupid to believe you assholes? I'm never gonna trust you again."
Was she like 5 when you told her?
No, this was like 2 weeks ago. Like seriously.
She finally figured it out.
I said, "Do you believe in Santa?" And she goes, "I don't know. I don't know." I go, "He ain't real."
Did you really?
Wow.
Listen, I had to get ahead of it. Like the conversation, her and her friends were having a conversation.
Yeah, they're
about
all
it.
having it that age.
Yeah.
So they were having a conversation, and I'm like, I want my daughter to always hear it first from me,
Yeah, that's
no
a
matter
good
what.
point.
No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying. So as soon as like their mother told me, I think that they were talking about that.
Mm.
It's the first time I saw her, I said, "Come here." I just had to get it out of the way, and it worked great. It was fantastic.
Man, I had Stella. She was FaceTime conversation with one of her little friends, and her little friend was like, "You know the elves aren't real, right?" And I'm like overhearing, and Stella's like, "What are you talking about? Of course they're real. They go back to the North Pole every night, and they tell how we've been behaving." And her friend's like, "No, that's mommy and daddy every night doing it." And I went on the conversation. I'm like, "Now you know that's not true, Stella. She's just playing the game. Bye bye. She's got to go. Bye."
Hey, listen, I was told about a month ago, if you don't believe, you won't receive.
My mom still
good.
says that.
That's good. I can
And
remember that.
I'm talking, this is like a 23-year-old girl. So like, she's like, so I gotta-
My parents were never used that saying, and that's
Dude, my
funny.
mom
That's
still
good.
says it, and I'm 40.
That's a really
Okay?
good one.
She always rides
That
that
is a
out.
good one.
Yeah.
Now, how old were you guys when you figured out that, or was told that Santa wasn't real?
Well, I got screwed.
I was like
because-
13, I think.
Yeah, I was like
Well, 12 or
I was like
13.
12, but then my parents were like, "No, there
think I
was a
knew
Santa
sooner.
Claus, like, but he passed away,
What?
and now we have to do it." But there was a Santa Claus that did that. So for like 2 years after that, I was like 14. I was like, "What fuck?" We'd be talking at school, and you're all cool and cussing when you're 14. And it's like Santa Claus was real, you dicks. He just died. Now the parents got to do it. And you see a couple friends look at each other like, "What the fuck is this dude?" So that was a problem.
Yeah.
I found out when I was 10, and I remember my mom probably still doesn't even know this story, but so she married my stepfather when I was 9, and there's always been this tradition. Santa puts the Christmas stockings on the end of our beds every night. My brother and myself would wake up, we'd play with those, and we were not allowed to wake up our parents until 6 o'clock. So that was our thing. Well, right after they got married, one of their honeymoon gifts was somebody rented a chalet in Tennessee during Christmas time for us to go up there as a family. And I was stressing out. I'm like, how's Santa going to find us up here? You know, like this is not right. Like there's no way. And so I waited up like all Christmas Eve, and I'm like laying in bed in this house that I don't know. And I see my stepdad sneak in and put it on the end of the bed. I'm like, there ain't no Santa. Jim just put it on the end of the bed.
Man.
But I never said anything because my mom, you don't believe, you don't receive. So I was like, all right, I got that in here. But
believe
I
it.
knew. But I don't care. I still would write out that belief for my mom
Yeah.
till the end of time because
Did your parents always have those little sayings, like little things that they'd say, like that rhymed like that?
No.
well, just that one.
My mom had, "You can't kid a kidder,"
Yeah.
so I'd always try to lie about this, or I'll be home, and like, "You can't kid a kidder." Like she'd like, I will always find out. And her other one was, "I will beat you like a redheaded stepchild."
Oh yeah, well they say that.
Yeah, I've heard that a time or two.
All the time.
I've heard.
You know, it's like so cool. I hear you guys talking about all these stories with your kids. And it's like, I can't wait until like, maybe it'll be like that with my kids. This is the first year, honestly, that like Declan and Keegan recognize that Christmas is something different and something special. Like before there was absolutely no comprehension. They didn't give a crap about Santa. They didn't know what was, they couldn't understand things.
Yeah.
And this year's just different because they've had so much therapy and so much work. So their understanding is is a lot different. And like with Keegan's birthday on Monday, like we did a whole birthday thing, and then Santa came by the house, and Declan's like, Santa's here. He sits down, he pulls on his beard, he goes, say ho ho ho. And I was like, oh my God. And then Quinn still isn't talking, right? She'll sing. Like she'll sing all day long, sing songs, Take on Me. She sings Outkast's Hey Ya, like, but she will never just talk. And so Santa walks in and Quinn walks right up to him, hands on her hips, blah, 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 blah.
Nice.
Looks at him. I'm like, oh my God. And I looked at my mom and I looked at Brent. I'm like, oh my God. This is like the first attempt she's ever made to have a conversation with another person. This has never happened.
So
and it's
cool.
Santa.
That is cool.
And like, and so, and the Santa is well aware of what my children are going through because he had visited them at the children's center. He does all the special needs schools because he knows magic tricks.
Oh, cool.
He's done appearances at the brewery.
Yeah.
We are very, very close with the Santa, and he made a special visit to our house because he knows that with
That's
COVID
awesome.
and
That's so
everything.
cool.
Like
That's
card
so good.
tricks? He takes your money and shit?
He took coins. He took coins out behind Declan's ears, and Declan looked at him and just put him on his eyeballs and is walking around like coins on his eyes.
He should have yelled witchcraft and kicked him in the nuts.
Does he have a friend that looks like Napoleon Dynamite?
It was fun though because he came to the house and the kids were relaxed, so it wasn't like any kind of pressure. Hurry up and take a picture with Santa, and then because he got to move on. It was like they slowly warmed up to him, so it was cool. This year feels different. I'm excited because we're going to take him
really
tonight to look at lights around your house.
Yep.
In the trailer, and I'm very excited to just see their reaction to this because
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Hey, like 2020 has been a shit show and all, but man, it's been there's been some great stuff happen to all of us.
Yeah.
Like you glass half full, man, we're doing all right.
I feel like overall,
Like you got this new beautiful home, man.
Yeah.
This house is beautiful. I mean,
it's been a great experience for like all of us.
Like
for the kids, for me, like the friends that they've met here.
When there's
been a lot of positive.
When this all came down, Colleen would come in and just destroyed because of what you do for a living. And we came out of it.
Yeah.
Like I
we're
think
all right.
The show was a big part of that, man, for all of us.
The show was a huge part of it.
Because like really when you're going through your weeks and your grinds, this was the one thing that
take a break from life.
It kind of was a chore, for all of us too, because we're all getting here. We got the kids. We all have our normal schedules we try to keep, and this breaks from that. And just all the work that goes involved with doing it. And to me, it's been like a blessing. It's been awesome. It's been so much fun.
It's been so great.
It's been like a therapy, like a legitimate therapy for all of us, I think.
Yeah, thank you guys for inviting me on to be on this.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
So
Thanks
great.
for doing it.
Yeah, man.
It just made sense.
It really did.
It was just the right move.
It feels great.
Yeah, it really does. So
it's a good thing, man.
I like we're taking it slow. We're not trying to overdo it, guys. Like the people that are listening to us, like we want to do this for a very long time, but we all have lives. We all have jobs. We all have children. We all have things. And as this show grows, we want it to be very organic, and we want you guys to be a part of it. And a lot of you guys have been.
Yeah.
Our group activity is just through the roof.
It's so fun.
Man, I was just thinking about it. I forgot how hard it was at the beginning of this whole pandemic and how hard it was.
It was terrible.
And
man.
now, when I think about how many people have come out and supported me since the brewery opened back up, even during that.
Remember the blueberry sausage pancakes?
That he won't even.
Remember that?
Like he doesn't even eat them anymore.
Oh,
and how many do you have left?
We went through them all. Shit. But
that's right. You were getting them from everybody.
Yeah. Well, we had at least 20 boxes at one time, and he's on the last box now. And all of a sudden, I'm like, blueberry, pancake sausage? No.
Wow.
Eggs. I'm like, what? When? Since
Thank
when?
God. If this new strand of COVID kicks off, you're gold. You ain't got to buy that shit.
Yeah, Silas just started eating tacos. Like he wants a taco now.
Yeah.
On taco night, I would make him something else because he just wouldn't eat tacos.
That's how Ava is, man.
And finally,
that's how Stella is.
Finally, the kid will eat tacos.
How old is he?
Taco meat is so good, Daddy. And it's like,
hold on. Do that again.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
He got fancy
so
with it.
good, Daddy.
I didn't know Silas talked
Now, how old is he now?
8.
8? Okay.
No.
Say it again,
No.
please.
No.
Just impersonate your son one more
Just 'cause you
time.
want me to. Stand up and hit that.
No, because Stella's still really picky, and we had a
Yeah.
breakthrough yesterday because the peanut butter sandwiches have been her go-to for a dinner, right?
Yeah.
Good sandwich.
It's protein, right? It's
Yeah.
carbs. It's not junk
It'll
food.
do.
Right? It'll
For
do.
a kid, it's doable for
She
sure.
said yesterday, she's like, "Daddy, can I have some strawberry jelly on my peanut butter and jelly?" I'm like, "Oh hell yes, you can."
You want some
Wow.
Just
extra?
out of the blue. So I said, "Where'd you figure out how to eat this?" She's like, "Well, we had it at school one time, and it was really good. And I just want to try it again."
Yeah.
So she only ate peanut butter and bread before?
Yeah.
Oh,
with
okay.
the crust cut off. But now I made her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich yesterday, and she ate 2 of them.
Damn it.
I'm like, where did this come from? This is awesome.
That's cool. See, school's helpful. Like with Silas, he is so picky
Yeah.
that for a while I had to make his lunch every day or make sure I had things for him to pack his own lunch to take
Yeah.
with him. And last year on purpose, I said, I'm not doing this anymore, man. You're eating at school. You're going to go to school and I'm trying not for the only reason is I wanted him to have to try new things and then find something that he liked.
Yeah.
He ended up liking this certain kind of pizza they had, that square pizza.
It's the best
With
pizza.
the fucking little like square pepperonis that are all
Yes.
over it. Oh yeah,
That stuff's good.
and like there's certain other things that he started getting. Like he really started drinking milk,
Mhm.
because he liked drinking the milk up there, and it helped him a lot,
Yeah.
man. So it's a good thing.
Right to food.
Right
to
back
food.
to
We
it.
do, man.
Right
Did you
to
eat all
food.
them sausage balls?
No, they're in the fridge actually for you guys.
Because we were going to have a talk if you did.
Dude, listen,
Are they still good?
are they?
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Somebody call Rachel.
All it is sausage and almond flour and some egg, I think. So yeah, you should be fine.
I'm taking mine home and eating them for dinner.
Oh, dude, you should.
Yeah.
You should. I almost heated them up for when you guys
When it
got here.
got
They're
here.
going to be warm, so you can just start eating them. I
Aw.
totally forgot though.
Craft services in this podcast has been
I was
slow.
going to listen. I was going to eat both of your balls
Oh, shout out
that night.
Shout out to Kathy too, man. Kathy and Josh, they dropped off her. Man, she needs to open her own bakery.
She
man.
re-
It's
She's baking
un-
that shit and posting it every day.
Oh my god!
and it's all just. I mean,
It's so good, so amazing. I get
it
it.
really is.
Past few years, she's dropped off a care package for me. and I love it.
Those sausage balls that were made.
Yeah,
Rachel Hulbert.
yeah.
Yep.
Shout out,
Shout
to,
out.
shout out to Rachel.
She knocked on the door, and I was playing a video game in there, and I heard it. And by the time I got to the door, she was halfway to the truck. And she had the kids, and they were all looking at Christmas lights and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm like, stop. And she gave me all 3 of them. And mine was a little bigger than y'all's.
Ah,
Oh,
Like, I had like 4 or 5, at least 4 to 6 extras in there.
that's not true. He took one from each
Hey,
of
dude,
yours.
That's exactly what happened.
almost, dude. I was seriously just gonna eat them and then just reap. I was gonna reap the wrath of whatever came my way.
Them should have
Eat
been
'em
fighting
all.
Yeah.
words right
Well, dude,
there.
we ate them all in 5 minutes. The first
know.
time she brought them over, and
I'm thinking
was,
about go grabbing them and heating them up right now.
Dude,
yeah, we went
Starving.
really hard on those, man. They were really good.
Well, because they're
really
amazing.
I actually have almond flour that I bought in there, and I found a recipe online, and I'm gonna try to make some.
Jesus.
It's the holidays, man.
they're
Just
good
use
for you, though.
regular flour.
And they're good for you.
Yeah, they are.
They're good for you.
Of course they are.
Sure.
They are.
Balls are great for you.
Egg, almond flour, and sausage.
Cheese, right?
Yeah,
Is there
cheese.
cheese in
There's-
it?
oh, there's
'Cause it's
cheese
keto friendly, right?
So I guess
You
the
put cheese in
dairy
there.
is debatable.
How's the foot?
Pretty good.
Pretty
I feel like I
good.
had one little baby step backwards today. It started getting a little sore. And it's just because I've been doing a lot now that I'm healthy enough to, and I've had 2 weeks worth of shit to get done.
Yeah.
But overall, I got these little doctor sandal things.
Yep.
What the
Little
doctor said?
weird Crocs.
Got your space shuttle
I didn't
jammies
go to
on?
the doctor.
Hey, God is just trying to support me
I am
and
the
Chris
doctor.
at the same time.
I am the doctor.
But you didn't go to the doctor for your swollen, multi-week long injury.
now.
I'm the
Okay.
captain now.
How many times have you gone to the doctor in your life?
A handful. Every time I need to go, I go.
A handful?
A lot.
So you're like me, right? You don't go to the doctor unless you need to, right?
I've got if
I go yearly.
If you go,
Yeah,
if
you're
you go
supposed to go
sick,
annually.
like
I go like
I-
every 3 months.
I have to go for 3 months now for blood pressure medicine and stuff, but it's because I'm not healthy.
They got you on the 3-month plan?
Otherwise, yeah, I got to go check on. Yeah, I have to. I got the antacid
okay.
and all that too, and it's all from just being unhealthy, right? I know what is wrong with me. I don't need somebody that I pay, hey,
Maybe
how much do you pay? $50 every time you go out to the first free one, depending on
Maybe
your
you
insurance.
do. Maybe you do.
But no, I go get my blood work done once a year,
Okay.
and they run my numbers. If something's wrong with my ankle, I know what's wrong. I just need to put it up and let it rest.
Right, because you can go X-ray it yourself with your phone, right? And
I've
figure out
been
that
to the
everything's
doctor
good,
so
right?
many. Listen, this all started when I started with the kidney stones.
And you went to astronaut.
When I started, remember when I had like 22 kidney stones in a year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago.
How many times
If I
you
would
the
have
doctor?
if I would have went to the doctor every single time I got a kidney stone, eventually you know what he's going to tell you word for word, and I could verbate it every single time. And every time I went, the exact thing that I said was going to happen.
So you
happened.
hurt your foot 22
Kidney
times?
stones.
So no, I know
it be anything else?
the doctor routine.
No.
Oh.
Kidney
It-
stones.
the doctor routine. We'll send you here to get an X-ray, and then you're going to go to this specialist, and then you're going to talk to the specialist.
Fucking Walmart and
then-
doctors,
and
bro.
then
You hate
at
'em.
at the end of it all, at the end of all of this, they're going to prescribe you. They're going to prescribe you some shit. That you're gonna
Walmart and
take.
doctors.
They're going to prescribe you medication, and they're going to give you a regimen. I have a family member that's is a doctor. He does all that shit. I can just say, hey, what stretches do I need to do? What do I need to do to take care of this? And he'll just send me an email printout of what the doctor is going to tell you what to do.
So that rotten bastards are just trying
We
to
have the
fix
internet
you.
now, guys. Like
How
I
dare
can go
the
on
jerks.
Google any
This is
illness and
fucking
know
crazy,
exactly
man.
how to fix it.
This is crazy.
I'm not a fan of lawyers and doctors.
In Walmart.
And those are the
In
two
Walmart.
people that can help you out the most when you're in a
Right.
bind.
take a
Literally.
Nope. Bye, Scott.
What? Oh,
He's
jeez.
just leaving. He's
Hey,
leaving.
let's take a break. So
He's
Yeah.
limping away.
Let's take a break and heat up them sausage
Yes.
balls.
Those jammy jams are really tight on him.
Those are
Oh my
those are
God.
pretty awesome, aren't
Did
they?
you watch him walk away?
bye.
No, we're not taking a break.
Okay. Yes.
I want to talk about his fucking jammy jams.
His jammy
Listen.
jams are awesome. They got.
But
the
are they
Nasa
calling?
meatball.
Did you look at the backside
No.
when he? Hold on, when he comes back.
Oh,
Then we'll take a break. All right, let's take a break.
Jeez.
Michael.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I'm calling you back. What do you want?
Who?
I'm through playing games. You keep putting your phone number on my front door, so I'm finally calling it. What do you want?
Say that again?
Wait, so you put me through weeks of this weird stalker stuff? I finally give in and give you what you want, and you act like you haven't been doing this? Someone keeps putting notes with this phone number on my door saying, call me cutie, and it's freaking weird. Hello? Well, if it's not you, then you have some sick friends. I bet you're pretty unattractive, huh?
This is good shit.
I was going to take pity on you and ask you out, but not with this stuck-up attitude. So, you're too good for me now, huh?
This is Derek?
All right, lonely. Have a nice life. Don't ever call me or leave me a note again. Learn some manners.
It was.
Subliminal Sasquatch, he ain't no wolf, he ain't no wolf. Subliminal Sasquatch, he ain't no wolf, he ain't no wolf. Subliminal Sasquatch, he ain't no wolf, he ain't no wolf. Subliminal Sasquatch, he ain't no wolf, he ain't no wolf. He's in the forest, he's breaking balls now, and when he hears us, he's so subliminal. Like any water, he's at the bottom. Subliminal Sasquatch, he ain't no wolf, he ain't no wolf. Subliminal Sasquatch, he ain't no wolf, he ain't no wolf. And now he's leaving. Where is he going? It's not a season to be a showing. I think he's out of here. I think I'm going.
And we're back.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is eating sausage balls.
Mm-hmm.
Eat them up for like less than 2 minutes. We're like, are they done? He's like, they're good enough.
Hey, and speaking of sausage balls, the fucking Mandalorian.
Right, good segue.
I know. Is it the best show ever made?
It is.
Spoilers ahead. Stop listening now.
Yeah.
Mega
Yeah, if you
massive
haven't seen it,
spoilers.
don't watch.
I have a
don't
lot
listen.
of mixed feelings because I loved it so much, and I'm worried that like, where's Mando? Like, are we going to see him again? Are they going to? They're not going to have another.
Of course
season,
we are. They are
They
having
are.
another season. They've said that.
Oh, so
Yes.
it's another Mandalorian
Yes.
Yeah.
Season three.
And then there's spin-offs, right?
See, I haven't heard. I just thought they're going straight to spinoffs.
No.
No.
Okay.
No. Spoiler. It's about to happen.
Okay,
I think Grogu,
it's about to happen.
Baby Yoda's gone off the show for a while.
Grogu.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because it was all about Baby Yoda and not Mandalorian
He
for a
needs to
while.
go be a badass.
Right?
And there's
for
a
while.
finality to it.
Right.
Like what happens where
he
he
sat
goes.
there for as long as he needed to and got all the information at that rock before he was taken.
Yeah.
So he left with all the knowledge that was supposed to be given to him, right?
But wasn't he kind of calling Luke at the same time, though? Wasn't that the whole point?
Well, that's who was
Trying to get a
finding him.
Jedi
He
to
was,
find him?
yeah, he was calling, and Luke who found him and came to get him, like straight up.
I knew it as soon as I saw that green lightsaber. That was it.
I didn't.
So
Fucking
badass.
Luke right there.
I just didn't believe it.
Because I don't
No,
watch
man.
Star Wars.
I did not know
didn't
who it
believe it.
was until the face. I didn't know.
And
I
hey,
had no idea.
Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon. He is such a fucking good villain.
He's so good. Isn't
Dude,
he?
I hated him in Breaking Bad.
He was so
And now
good.
he's here.
He was amazing in Breaking Bad. What
I
are you talking
know.
about?
He was
But I'm
so
saying,
good.
like, he made me hate him in that.
Oh, I see.
And then he's like in
In
here,
Breaking
and
Bad,
it's
when
like,
he
you're
blew up the
another
guy
villain.
in the nursing home.
Yeah.
Like when he blew him up, it was like, oh, it's so good.
So
man.
good.
He's a good
He's
villain.
just one
That
of
is
those
for
act-
sure.
He's just so good at acting that
He
you
really
do hate
is.
him. Like
And-
that kid that was Joffrey.
Yeah.
Oh
Hated his
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
guts.
And Bill Burr. Shout out to
Joffrey.
Bill Burr, man.
Yeah.
The episode
Yes.
before, Bill Burr killed it.
Bill
Absolutely.
Burr, like the first. Okay,
Those
I've
last two
seen-
episodes,
I've seen
man.
Bill Burr in Breaking Bad. Okay, he was one of the enforcers in Breaking
he
Bad,
was.
and I thought he was good, but I didn't like. He didn't. Nothing special as an actor, right? I'm not talking shit in any way. He's my favorite.
He
people in
stole the
world.
scenes in that
But-
second to last
And then
episode.
the first time I saw him in The Mandalorian, I was like, "Ooh, that's really cool," and I thought he was good, but I didn't like think he was this episode made me see he was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, he
He
was
was-
so freaking good in that.
Yeah, he was good,
The way
man.
he was able to play that good guy at the end, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, and kind of like it made them see him in a different light, other than
He was awesome.
portrayed.
And
it was so well done.
I think he'll be part of one of the spinoffs.
And
Yeah,
he
he
needs
has
to
to
be.
be.
He
But
needs to be.
The end of that episode, after the credits, when the credits roll and Fett walks in to Jabba's palace
I like how he's like the same size as me.
and just
Which one? Okay.
takes
Yeah,
over,
do we know?
just shoots Bib Fortuna
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just takes it over and sits down on the
Sits
throne.
on his throne. It's like,
It was like,
all
you
right,
gotta
next.
be kidding me. Listen, Ava thought something was wrong. Because I'm like, I'm like, oh shit! Oh shit! And I start texting people as Star Wars nerds I know, It's like, oh my God.
All right, so break down the significance of that then to people who may not be so fully well versed in it.
Yeah, like me.
As the very end credits,
Yeah, that part.
this is the thing is that guy that was on that Bib Fortuna was, I thought he blew up in Return of the Jedi when they blow the skiff up in Jabba's sail barge. So him even being alive was a surprise. Like nobody thought that. He was fat. He put quarantine weight on. He was fat as shit, And it's back on Tatooine, Luke's home planet, and Fett has taken over Jabba's palace. Like now we need to know what's going on. So they don't know if Red Dawn's going to get involved, which is Darth Maul. And we have no idea what's going to happen.
So I don't know a lot about the Star Wars stuff. Did they have like some kind of issue before? Is this like, or is he just coming over and taking over?
Jabba hired him out. He was a bounty hunter for Jabba to get Han Solo.
Okay.
So Boba he doesn't have allegiance to anybody. He's just Boba Fett. So he just came over and said, I'm taking this shit over. But we don't know. There could be a backstory to what happened, why they didn't save him from the Sarlacc.
They haven't told the story too much. Even like my dad
No,
was
it's
Mandalorian.
wide
He
open.
fought for the Mandalore, and and that's why I have this armor. I never said I was anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
we
he
just
always
know
knew who he
he's
is.
an
Yeah.
exact clone of Django because we
Gotcha.
know that from Attack of the Clones. But we have no idea where it's going.
When it was over, I was so happy to see what I saw. Like I love that season of like every season of Mandalorian has been fantastic. I was like, what can I watch now? Like what's next?
Yeah.
And people recommended to me Star Wars Rebels, and it's an animated series, and it has some things that are gonna like tie. They say it ties in like Mandalorian. There's some things that'll tie in as the seasons go, and they say it's such good writing that they've pulled from that in certain ways, like the Star Wars, whoever's doing the writing. So I've been watching it so far. I'm one season in, and Star Wars Rebels has been fantastic.
Listen, I'm going to mention that the fact of how many badass women were in that last episode fighting like men, and you couldn't even tell who was like, there was no, oh, she's a woman doing a badass job, and this is a guy, like they were just all doing
Straight
so
killers.
well.
Hey.
They didn't look like these perfectly shaped women. Man, I felt so good watching. I'm like, dude, these all are such badass chicks.
The redheaded chick, the what's her name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. She didn't get the dark
saber.
That's right.
He's got it, and she has to kill him to get it.
Yeah.
He took his helmet off.
I think
You
that's going to
said
be.
that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the next season.
So do you think they're going to fight? And
I think that's what it's all going to revolve around. I think Grogu. I think he's gone. He's with Luke, and I don't think we're going to see any more of that.
Can we go back to, you had a good point over break, the significance of Grogu touching Mando's face.
That's kind of what.
Yeah, he took his helmet off so Grogu could see him.
Oh my God.
So Luke Skywalker's standing right there watching that.
Right.
When in Return of the Jedi, his dad asked him to take his helmet off. Like, take my helmet off so I can see you one last time. So Luke's literally reliving that.
Yeah.
Right in front of him.
It's wild, man.
And it's the foreshadow. Man, Jon Favreau is
Favreau.
Favreau.
Pete from Friends.
No, it's Swingers. He
Swingers,
is just
that's right.
taking everything. Ever since he did Iron Man, it's just he's unbelievable, man.
Happy.
He really is.
And
Happy,
I see a meme that says, "I'm going to tell my kids this is George Lucas," and it's a picture of Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable. He's done so good, man.
Because there was one that was, who was the guy who did the most recent
J.J.
three?
Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
Well, yeah,
There was-
Rain Johnson destroyed it.
Yeah.
And
Hold
then-
my beer.
and
Yeah,
J-
there was that one, because it was like, there was
Yeah.
a picture of JJ saying there was nothing that can be done to improve this
yeah.
universe, and then the next frame is Jon Favreau going, hold my beer. And it's the truth, because
Yeah.
he really has breathed a lot of light into this universe in just 2 short seasons that I think the 3 most recent movies haven't come anywhere near close
No, it's
to.
nothing close because they can take a character like Grogu and literally every child in the world loves it.
Yeah.
It
And
made
then
me
you
start
got-
watching it.
and-
I've never
yeah,
seen it.
And then
Yeah.
you got the old nerds like me that grew up on the original trilogy.
And our
that they-
excitement's going to feed off on children.
Yeah, and they put so much awesome shit. Not really like they're not. I don't know. They've done just so much, man. That would bring some different characters in that we've seen from the original trilogy.
Yeah, looping it back in.
The Crate Dragon and the
Dragon was
Tusken
so good.
Raiders and
Yeah.
all that shit.
it was
It's
all
just
great.
unbelievable. man.
I almost think that it works better as a series like that than it does as a motion picture movie.
Yeah.
Like when you get the 2-hour movie, everybody has to go to it. Everybody loves it, and you get the movie, right?
Mm.
This series is ongoing. You get to talk about it. The things develop.
Mhm.
It develops slower, so we have more time to process what's happening. Man, it's great.
It is.
It really, really
What
is.
about the acting prowess of the guy who did Mando, too? Like,
He's so good as it is.
such a good job.
Pedro Pascal.
You don't see any facial, acting for like
Yeah, he's-
95% of the whole
Yeah,
series.
Game of Thrones, remember?
Yeah.
You got his
But-
face smashed in by
Yes,
the
he
mountain.
did.
Yeah,
But
but he
his-
also had that spear. You remember?
And that's what turned the mountain into.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, just the acting prowess to be able to pull off evoking so much emotion, just in your physical acting. I mean,
Yeah.
that takes some skill.
He is he was also, I think
Isn't he in Narcos?
He's in Narcos, right? He was the
Think
guy in
so, yeah.
Narcos, the lead. Dude, he was fantastic in that. God, he's a good actor.
Hey,
He
speaking
really
of
is.
Game of Thrones, isn't the new one that the one where it's supposed to be what's her name? Oh, God, it's been so long since I've even seen him.
Khaleesi?
Yes, the Khaleesi's back history of her family. That's supposed to be. I saw a commercial for it today.
Like 1,000 years before it.
Yeah,
Is it coming out? Is there a
Yeah.
preview for it?
I just saw a commercial for it today.
You
Like
gotta
just the
tell
end, and
me.
it said, something.
What was
of
it called? Do you remember?
The dragon. I don't know, but
I gotta tell you though. So I watched Game of Thrones from season 1, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that was something I just followed, and the last season was written so poorly that it was just like I don't even think about it anymore. Like you know,
Yeah.
because like Breaking Bad, like I'll still see things on like YouTube clips, like oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah.
But with Game of Thrones, none of that because it was just so poorly done.
Well, I
toward
think
the end.
it seems like it was. Listen, they had Starbucks cups in the fucking.
Yeah.
I think it was just so rushed.
Yep.
I don't know why. I don't know what the production like. I wasn't into it that much. I watched it. I did too. I started from the first
Mm-hmm.
run of it, and I didn't like it.
I was disappointed. And like when I first watched it, like my initial response was one of excitement, but Monday morning quarterbacking the whole series after it's done, it's just such a disappointment to end things how they did. I mean, like they like the whole like killing off like all the zombies and stuff with one fell swoop, just kind of felt like an afterthought, like that could have been a bigger fight, and I don't know.
HBO announced Thursday that the anticipated Game of Thrones spinoff, House of the Dragon, will begin production in 2021. Along with the announcement, the network shared 2 photos of concept art for the upcoming drama.
So we won't see that till 2023 then, probably, right?
Yeah.
If they're just now
the
starting
way they
production
go
work.
without they do their
Right.
stuff. Yeah, that.
I hate the wait, man. I'm not patient.
Yeah, nope.
It builds it to where everybody, you know what I mean?
It's
I get
so
it.
sad, The Mandalorian. Like, we got to wait a year.
I was so
Damn,
glad
really?
I didn't start watching Game of Thrones until the very last season because I was able to binge all that. And
yeah.
And then it literally, I only had to wait like 2 months until the
That's
new
great.
season started. But then I'm like every week waiting for another one. And then I was like, oh, the disappointment.
Yeah, speaking of disappointment for the video game nerds out there, so there's a big game that was super
wait to watch
hyped up for a long time called Cyberpunk 2077. And that was a game that I was following too because it was from one of my favorite studios.
Yeah, that shows
Yeah.
that got pulled, right?
Well, yeah, because what happened is it's a massive game, by the way. It's one of those like Grand Theft
It was a
Auto
big
type
release.
things, right?
Really?
They put hundreds of millions of dollars into promoting this thing. And meanwhile, the developers are coming out and saying it's not ready yet. It's got too many bugs. We can't release it yet. But the publishing house who owned the game was saying, no, we need this out before Christmas time because we want to sell it for Christmas. Devs are like, go ahead, pal. Release it. Turns out it was hot fucking garbage on the PlayStation 4, like the older gen consoles and stuff. I mean, I'm playing on the PC because it plays just fine because they spent a lot of time smoothing it out for that. But it was so bad that they had to pull the sales of this game from the PlayStation Network because it was an unplayable hot mess.
Really?
And that's an example of rushing something that, if you need the time, take it, release a good product.
Yeah.
And it just
You'll make a
sacrifices.
lot more money in the long run.
Game
Yep.
of Thrones did not do that.
No, they
did not
didn't
follow that blueprint.
Yep.
I don't know. There was a lot of shit like the way
They told you why. Did you see why they did that?
No.
Because those guys were starting to film another movie.
Yeah,
because they were so hot for what they were doing. They were doing they broke their method and they sped it up, just like you said.
Mhm.
They tried to compress it all.
Yeah.
because they wanted to go work on Star Wars. Like
Such
they were doing
bullshit.
they
which got canceled.
They canceled because
Right.
their last season sucked balls so bad.
Thank God
And you're
they
like,
didn't
wait
do
a
it.
minute, you guys do suck. Never mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How about Macedon being the wildlings?
That was great.
How awesome was
There
that?
was lots of cameos of people
yeah.
in that.
Yeah, Scott Ian
Macedon
was in
was one of the wild
Game of
Wings?
Thrones.
Game of Thrones,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
The whole
Yeah.
band, yep.
The whole band
That's
was in it.
awesome.
I
Wow.
guess the directors are huge Macedon fans.
Yeah.
The last season
Not Dave Grohl.
of Game of Thrones, man, there were some parts though that I still really, really liked. Like that last battle when it was dark out there and you had the dragons and you had the
I gotta rewatch
And you
it.
couldn't see shit.
and you couldn't see nothing and
Yeah.
they were fucking coming at you in hordes and you were out there, dude. It was kind of badass.
Well, the production quality of the shows is fantastic,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm not talking about that.
the writing.
But the writing
The
is
story
just
is
way
hot
too
garbage,
quick and
right?
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have taken that
But
last
that
6
scene-
episodes and spread
Yeah.
that over 2 seasons.
I'll still
It still
remember
would've been good.
when I saw her kill him, the White Walker, and it was over. I'm like, wait a minute, that's it? Like,
Yeah.
you're telling me that this is how it all ends? Like, you built up this entire show.
I mean, and there's
And
all
that's
kinds
it?
of stuff
Like,
all kinds of storylines they just kind of
God.
Well, so
I
much
do
for
wanna-
that, you know.
I wish I could get Brent to watch it. He will not do it.
When those dragons broke the wall down, you
Yeah.
know, or when he came down and burned the wall down.
Yes.
Like when they shot him out of the air, dude, I was like, oh my God.
Well, of course. And even
Best thing in the world.
how'd it go again?
Yeah.
And even like Arya coming out of the shadows is crappy
Arya,
as it
she
was
was
written,
so
but
good,
that
man.
whole scene was done very like the
She
faceless
killed
ones.
it.
What are we gonna do with that? Right? I mean, that could have been
Yeah.
a whole thing.
Yeah, it's nothing now.
That's nothing.
I still don't understand how Jaime Lannister survived that fucking fight before
Lannister, dude.
climbing up the thing to go
Yeah.
get Cersei.
Yeah,
like,
only to be
come on.
killed by a rock falling on him.
Right?
Really?
She deserved to get her head bashed in
Something.
by somebody else, like by the fucking.
Yeah,
whatever.
That was the love story ending. For
Oh,
them,
give me
though.
a break. The
To
love story
die
should have been him
together.
ending up with
They were
fucking, what's her
apart.
name?
They were-
Brianna Tarth.
I
Bullshit.
I thought Tarth was the right one.
Of course.
But
I was
let's be
so
real.
mad.
Colleen.
We know him.
No,
like, he
for
loves
real.
his sister.
Yeah.
it was an incest thing, man.
But
She
you're-
didn't deserve him.
You're killing off two of the major characters of an entire series that people are emotionally invested in
by a dragon,
by dropping a rock on their head.
by a dragon,
You're killing them at the same time.
by a
Really?
dragon.
What are we
The dragon
doing
did
here,
it.
guys?
The dragon did it.
Doesn't matter. It's cheap.
We could have done better.
We could have done better.
We should have done it.
Yeah. Like what would have been better?
I think what would have been better was
Mike Tyson
Jaime
should have been involved.
killing Cersei to stop her from her reign of madness.
Exactly.
That would have been the fitting ending for both of
Exactly.
And the emotional
and then
form.
went with Brianna
then- Of
Tarth,
course.
and then
fell in
rode
love
off
with
in
her.
the distance, right?
Of course.
Behind her, smaller, like, or with a baby, smaller horse,
Right.
right? And
But
she
I-
had the bigger horse.
No,
there
and
was
then
a
the
rope
big
tied.
ginger dude comes in and kills Jamie and runs off with
Yeah.
him.
But I guess
Ginger
like
guy. He's
this is Game of
He's
Thrones
best,
here.
dude.
It's never been about the rosy happy endings.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but
It's
still,
like-
I mean, you've got like, he's finally figuring out just how fucking crazy he is. And he's slowly starting to be like, okay, this is not good. You're going off the deep end. You could have done so much with that. But no, we're just, oh, by the way, oh, hey, how's it going? I missed you. Here, give me, let's hug it out. Oh, there's rocks falling on us. Oh, we're dead now. Next. I mean, it's just so cheap, right?
But
Yeah,
the best
it really
meme,
was.
my favorite meme of all times right now is, what's the ginger guy's name in that?
I don't remember.
Tormund Giant's Brain.
Okay. Him,
God, how'd you know that?
that guy? That's badass.
Boom, just like that.
When he's Bob Ross with the Bob Ross hair and he's on a painting and it's Brianna Tarth and he's looking like he's all like excited with the Bob Ross fucking fro and he's just like he's got painted Brienne. It was the best shit ever.
Or
man.
get you somebody that looks like Brienne, like Tormund Giant's Brain
Every
does.
time he hit on her, dude, and when he was talking shit with her with the
My family's
with
here.
with the hound, you know.
I'm gonna go let him in real quick.
Yep, let him in.
Hey,
and then,
real quick about
yep.
the Mandalorian, man. To watch Luke starch a bunch of fucking droids like that was so
That was
badass.
like
sick.
the dark.
You
like
finally
the
get to
dark-
see Luke tear some shit up, man.
like
Now,
really get the tear.
would you
It
guys-
reminded me of Rogue One when Vader at the last 5 minutes.
That
just
is the
smoking
first
them,
time
yeah.
you really get to see him.
Well, yeah,
like,
Luke
be
just
a badass.
destroys
Yeah.
shit.
Now, what did you guys think about
'Cause those guys were tough as hell.
Yeah.
the CG recreation?
I don't know.
Return of
I
the
think
Jedi?
deepfakes are better on the internet.
That was basically a deepfake. I thought they did really, really well with the quality of it because it was immediately believable.
I think it
that
hurt.
was.
It hurt when he talked. When he had the
Yeah.
movement of the mouth was a little
Yeah.
little wompy, but the voice unbelievable.
Because that was Mark Hamill.
Yes, it was.
voicing him. Yep.
And the voice was unbelievable, and it was awesome. It
Yeah.
was awesome. It was really good.
Because what they're talking about, that there's something in technology
Yeah.
called the uncanny valley,
Yeah.
where you can get just close enough to reproducing an accurate CG human likeness,
Yeah.
but at some point,
Oh, it's okay.
you lose it. Like it's so close, but it just gets the closer you get to it, the farther off it gets.
Yeah.
And that's an example of,
Yeah,
of that.
For
absolutely.
sure.
So you guys ready to wrap this up? We got family
Yeah.
here. We're gonna start seeing some Christmas lights.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
buddy.
what's up,
How
buddy?
you doing?
You say how are you?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you
Doing
doing?
great.
You ready for Santa Claus?
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. He's ready. He's
And now I
excited.
have to figure out what he just said.
Yeah, he's excited.
He's excited.
Look at him. He's looking everywhere.
No joke,
that's
guys. For
great.
the past 3 weeks, he's been pointing at something and saying it sounded like wallet. And I finally figured out he's saying water tower, and it felt like the best day of my life. I'm like,
Oh, that's
are you
awesome.
saying water tower? He's like, yes. I'm like, whoa, water tower.
Oh man.
Declan.
Oh, that's perfect
Come back
ending.
in here.
Rachel, I just finished mowing down those sweaty balls, and they were just as
Declan.
amazing as I remembered.
So
Thank
good.
you so much.
Now you understand why you should probably eat Charlie's, right?
No,
I'm
mine are going
going
in the
to.
oven tonight.
I'm
They're so good, man.
We'll see about that.
Maybe the air fryer.
That's what I would have done in the air
Yeah.
fryer.
All right. Well, listen. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Heck yeah.
Declan.
You want to talk about the Foo Fighters too, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Declan, do you like the Foo Fighters?
No.
Oh, that's perfect.
He's such a
And we're
liar.
out. Merry Christmas, Declan.
All right, bye. Merry Christmas, everybody. Love
Yeah.
you.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas, everybody.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Declan, say bye.
Bye.
Daisies in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more. Saying you're gonna be alright. Daisies in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more. Saying you're gonna be alright.
Dude, that's just killer. Oh, dude, that was awesome.